Is it on? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Common Hour. Today, we're here with the greatest
woman of all time.
The TikToker, the comedian, the influencer, the makeup artist, Christina.
Going.
I was going to say Paris.
Paris Hilton. Good.
So how are you today, Christina?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you on.
Yay.
So why don't you tell the watchers a bit about yourself?
Oh my God, where do I even start? So I'm Christina. I'm originally from Ireland and I have been in Bahrain for around 5 years. And my husband is Bahraini, Zawji Hashoni. I'm sure you're all familiar with him. And yeah, I'm a content creator, influencer, blogger.
Yeah.
Fashionista.
I
don't know. I'm a bit of everything.
Basically Paris.
Yeah, exactly.
The Paris of Bahrain.
Yeah.
So, what was your first TikTok?
My first TikTok, it was, whenever it came out, it was just a fun app at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just some silly kind of like voice.
Okay. Was it TikTok at the time, or was it like, I think it was called Musical.ly, right?
No, it used to be Musical.ly years ago.
Yeah.
And like I used to live in London, so I like didn't have time like to do any kind of like fun kind of apps things then. So it was only whenever I came to Bahrain and I had time to actually like do things, TikTok came out and I was like, oh, this looks like a fun kind of app, because I trained as an actress and I've always loved music and I've always loved like singing and dancing and being in front of the camera. So it was just like a new kind of app where it encouraged that kind of behavior. So it was just fun. And I think my first TikTok was just like some like lip syncing, like silly kinda,
the usual.
It's probably so embarrassing now. I cringe so hard if I see it, but
no,
it was just like some fun kind of.
You have to scroll down and see, because
You can't. It's too far. It's buried.
Buried underneath.
It would take I can't even do it.
No way.
No, it's too far back.
So I was reading your interview with Bahrain Confidential, and I saw that you mentioned Huda.
Yes.
And I know that she's like your big influence, and you had her on your vision board. Yes. So what's the importance of that to you, like creating something like that?
A vision board?
Yeah.
I think it's very important to know the goals that you want to achieve in life. And sometimes your brain can be a little bit muddled and a bit messy. So putting things down on paper can be really important.
Yeah.
So like I believe heavily in the law of attraction and manifestation, like big time. And I think if you
Same.
Yeah, exactly. So I think if you can like have a goal in mind but already feel like you've achieved it. Like I don't know why, but I always knew in my bones I'd meet Huda. Yeah. Like I just knew. I just didn't know when. I actually saw her one time in London.
Oh.
She was with her kids and it was in Harrods where I used to work. And I don't know, she was like pushing a pram and stuff, so I felt like it was like not the right time. I just saw her from a distance and I was just like, let her do her thing, you know. So I don't know, I just knew like if I just was given the opportunity and the space to kind of have some time, I would eventually meet her in the right way. So like by, you know, like I went to Dubai and like I went to the offices.
Yeah,
and
you were
like,
invited by Mona, right?
Yeah. So it was like in the right context.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like in a way when I saw her in Harrods, I was like, no.
Not the time.
This isn't the right moment.
Yeah. It'll
I know
come.
it's going to come.
Yeah.
Just be patient.
I love that.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
When I saw her in Harrods, oh my God, it was years ago now. It's like maybe 8 years ago.
What?
Yeah. And then my sister bumped into her twice, randomly, like so random.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, she kept sending me. She was like, "Oh, look who I met." I'm like, why do you keep meeting her? Like,
but the way she just surprised you.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so I was invited over to Dubai with Kay Ali, and I was in meeting Mona, and I was waiting in their new offices, and I was just like sitting chilling, and then like I could hear this little voice like coming through like the door, and I was like, no. And then like Huda popped up because like I've spoken to her and like we've chit-chatted and like DM'd and stuff, and I was just like, oh, inshallah, like one day I'll get to meet you.
I've been watching Dubai Bling, and their story is really touching.
Yeah, it's amazing.
With what their father did for them.
Exactly.
And stuff. Yeah.
Like, one of the reasons why I admire them so much.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that until I watched it, and Mona was like, you know. And I think, is that the offices that you went to was when it was being built? That's crazy.
Yeah. So Huda's office is above Mona's.
Okay.
So Mona has one floor, and
Huda
has the whole floor
amazing.
above. Yeah,
amazing.
So cool.
It's inspiring almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, to start up something like that.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So do you have like any big projects in the work?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I actually do.
Are you allowed to spill?
I can't. I actually can't.
Okay.
I've signed an NDA.
Oh, actually? Yeah. Oh my god.
I know.
It's
like when I say these things out loud, it sounds so dramatic, but it's like it's the truth.
Oh my god.
I sound like I'm lying, but I am. Like, it's true.
Okay.
It's something like I mean, I went to Dubai to meet Mona, so it's something to do with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be super exciting.
Okay.
It should be coming out in a couple of months.
Okay. Oh, you finished it?
Yeah. We filmed it back in. We did it back in October.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Things like this, like these kind of things. I'm scared. Like, they take you film it like way in advance.
Okay.
Before it actually comes out.
Okay, that's interesting.
I know, I'm dying. I'm like, I've got all the BTS, I've got all the whole thing, and I just can't.
I can't wait.
Can't post anything.
I can't wait to see all of that.
Yeah, so hopefully, what are we? February, March, April. I think that it should start getting teased in like April time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like,
and
after
then it should come out in
Okay.
May.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
It's huge. Like, for me, like, you know.
Yeah.
This is so exciting. It's like
seeing where you started and
exactly.
where you are now so quick.
I know.
That's insane.
It feels quick, but considering, like, for me, my whole life, like, I'm 34, I'll be 35 in May. Like, my whole life, it leads you up to this. So it's like my whole life, but like people see me, like, you know, they're like, oh, this, like, to be fair, like, Instagram did go crazy.
Yeah,
like, I was on like 20,000 followers.
I remember you having the 100K. I think you were in
on my vision board as well.
Yeah,
I still have 1 million followers on my vision board for TikTok, and I think
you're nearly
like,
there. You have 900.
Nearly, but it's really slow. But again, like Instagram was so slow.
Yeah.
So this is why you have to never give up, because my Instagram was on like 20,000 for years.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, Instagram, it's not happening. Like, it's too saturated. I don't know, it's not my thing. Yeah. And then I just decided to post my TikToks, because I always felt like Instagram was like this real, like, you only post your, like, you know, most prettiest pictures and like your really like polished kind of like videos. And I was like, my crazy antics won't. Yeah, I feel like, you know, and as well with Instagram, like, I have family on there, like, I have friends and family, so I feel like on TikTok, like, no one knows me, like, no one back then had TikTok, so I was like, I can be weird and wonderful and crazy over on TikTok, and nobody's gonna be like, oh god, did you see what she's up to, you know, like, all this, like, you know, chatter. So I was like, if I post that to my Instagram, like, my mom's gonna be like, what are you doing?
Do people in Ireland know you?
Yes.
Yeah?
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, like, my mum is here at the moment. And she was saying, like, such and such from up the road is following you, and this person.
Yeah. Neighbours.
Yeah.
Follows
so
you.
it's crazy. It's you know, honestly.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want people that I know to, like, see me, because it's, like, cringe. Do you know what I mean? Like, when it's strangers, I'm just like,
yeah, and especially if they know you, and then there's,
do you know what I mean?
Fangirling, and you're like, oh
no,
it's still me, Christina.
It's just, and as well, when I go home to Ireland, it's nice to just be like, I'm in Ireland.
Yeah. No, usually the Irish people are very humble when it comes to seeing fans and stuff. Like, Conor McGregor would be walking down the road, and you're kind of like, okay, like.
Yeah. I remember I bumped into Sarah Jessica Parker twice. It was so random. I was at the back of Super Value, and she was like putting her her shopping in the back of the boot, and I was like 11 at the time, and I was with my uncle Christy, and there was like big talk of this celebrity, like, from America moving over to Donegal, and I was just like, oh my god, that's so cool. And I got out and I said hi, but that was it, and I got back in the car, and then, like, 10 years later, not even more, like 15 years later, we were walking this big mountain in Ireland called Slieve League.
Okay.
And I was with my Uncle Christy again. I was like, do you remember the time we bumped into Sarah Jessica Parker? Wouldn't it be hilarious if we bumped into her again up at the top of this mountain? And who's up at the top of the mountain? Sarah Jessica Parker. I was like,
manifestation.
That is so random. It was so weird.
The universe,
you know,
at your feet.
when you go walking in Ireland, like you chat to everyone. So
yeah.
As you know, you practically tell your whole life story to whoever you meet at the top of the mountain. And I was like, oh, how are you?
Yeah, and especially the countrysides in Ireland are pretty small. Like their population is not.
Oh, it's tiny. Especially like a Slieve League. Like it's literally in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go there.
It's so random.
Maybe I'll bump into.
Yeah, you never know.
I'd love that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. And it was in and around the time they started making the show.
Yeah.
The kind of Sex and the City spin-off show.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, I was just like, so random. So weird.
And what did you, like, growing up in Ireland, like, what did you want to be when you were younger?
I always wanted to be, like, a singer or an actress.
Okay, so you did dream big.
I did.
Okay.
I really did.
Okay.
I was like not letting anything stop me.
Okay.
Anything. I was just like, you know, I always say like thank God for unanswered prayers, because sometimes what you want in life isn't what's meant to be 100%. For you, you know. But I always just wanted to act, and I always said, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and something else is, you know, gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I just always loved coming from Ireland, like being in such a small town in like Donegal, like everyone's very much the same. Like, you know, people like, it's a bit of a like, people can have like a small town mentality.
Yeah.
And you grow up in Donegal, you stay in Donegal, or you grow up in this little village, you marry the boy from down the road and you have babies, and that's beautiful. Like, that's stunning. But for me, I was like, Hollywood, lights, camera, I don't want a man.
And everyone's like, Christina down the road.
Exactly. So when I used to watch films and movies, it was like a form of escapism, because I was able to see different ways of life. Like when you see a movie about people in America and they talk about LA, or you know, just like a humble story about a guy from, you know, Texas or somewhere. I'm like, oh, people have different lives. It's not that, doesn't just have to be this you know, this limited life, you know. So I used to see like stories and how people would live. And I just used to think, like, what a great way of, like, you know, impacting people, like, on a huge level. Like, I have so many actors and actresses that I look up to, and they tell stories of, like, different ways of life. Yeah. So it's a great way of being able to, like, influence people.
Oh, 100%.
Like, through film.
Definitely. Yeah. No, and you're big into, like, your film and everything. So that's, like, important.
Yep, exactly. Well, that's what I ended up doing. So I ended up moving to Dublin when I was 18 and studying drama. Yeah I went to the Dublin Institute of Technology, the drama department, and I did my 3-year drama degree there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was so hard. I thought I was just going to be like having fun, like putting on plays. No, like it's a degree. Like there's an English, like the English, the literature, like, you know, the theater, and like, you know, you have to read and write. And I was just like, I just want to like.
Nobody thinks about that when it comes to like the arts. Everyone's like, oh my god,
it's so easy. 5 days a week, like 9 to 6, and then like all the projects on top of it.
That's it.
Projects. I was like, this is hard. You know. And I'm not the most like I'm more of a creative, artsy kind of person. So when it comes to like writing and reading, like my attention span's quite bad. So I've really struggled in that department.
And especially with the arts, you need like inspiration. You know what I mean? So I'm like, is anybody gonna do anything so I can be inspired?
Exactly. You know, like, come on, we need some inspiration.
We need some drama.
And it's like with acting as well. Like there was like the Shakespeare and like all of this kind of stuff that I was just like, it's necessary to learn, but it didn't like excite me the way like Hollywood and like film did.
Definitely.
So there was a lot of like theater and stuff that I was just like, oh, I didn't like, I knew I had to learn it and I had to like get involved in it, and I did, but it didn't like inspire me. So I find it quite difficult in that respect. But like as soon as you put me in front of a camera, I was like, woo, this is so fun, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. And like when you moved to Bahrain, like what, like, did things change for you, like your mentality, like the way you were, like, because you went from like all that to like
Yeah, for sure. Like having lived in like my whole life in Ireland and London, especially London, like London's a crazy city, like anything goes there.
Yeah.
So, and I never wanted to limit myself. I always wanted to experience everything and have fun and just live my life for me. And when I came to Bahrain, it was very much like, oh, like I need to kind of rein it in a little because I'm quite like out there and I'm quite like,
you know, you're used to that life, like the freedom and stuff.
Like me being out there wasn't being out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That was just normal.
Yeah.
That's just like
Yeah.
But here, like with Hussein and Marion, like into like, you know, his family and stuff. Like I was like, right, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to come in and be this crazy like
Irish
woman who's like singing and dancing and, you know, like doing all this. And Hussein's like, oh, you know, like.
At least you found your content though.
Right, exactly.
You know
but it took a while.
Yeah.
Like that's why I started makeup, because I was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I wasn't like in front of the camera, but I was able to be creative.
Yeah.
You know, you always need to find an outlet.
Definitely.
Or a passion or something to give you. Start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like when I first moved, I swear I was like, that's it. I'm gonna sit on the beach. I'm gonna tan all day. I'm gonna try and get a tan. And like 6 months later, I was just like so bored. I was like, no, I need to do something. And if I'm not like doing, you know, like TikTok didn't even exist when I first moved.
Oh.
So, and Instagram, like I didn't have any social media like when I first moved to Bahrain.
Okay.
So, but I had all this time on my hands. I was just like, right, I need to do something.
That's
so
good though.
Makeup
that you took it up,
is what I did.
Yeah.
And it gave me a purpose. Because Hussein was going off to work every day and I was just sitting at home. I was so bored.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally can't.
But it's good that you did that. You know?
I think you need a passion or you need something to be, a reason to wake up in the morning. You know?
Definitely.
And get up and get out of bed.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Otherwise, I will stay in bed. I will just stay in bed. I'll just be like sleeping.
10 hours of sleep.
I swear, I love sleep. I'm a Taurus.
Same.
I love to sleep.
I love my sleep.
So cozy.
Yeah, you wake up and then you eat and then you go back to bed.
I used to wake up. I'd be like, I'm hungry. Let's have a little snack. And then I'd go back to bed.
Yeah, when I'd sleep over, I'd be waiting and you'd be like, all right, I'm going to eat and go back to bed.
Yeah, you're like crickets. Like what do I do?
And like, I know that you've been traveling a lot around the Middle East and going to Oman and Saudi and, you know, Lebanon and stuff. Like, what has been, this might be such a hard question, what has been your favorite like cuisine? Like what dish
oh my god
has you like, you need to have that like all the time?
I love Ali. I'm a dessert girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I love desserts.
Okay.
I love sweet, you know. And because I'm pescatarian, I don't eat like chicken or beef or anything, which is a big part of
our dishes,
Arabic dishes. So I was just loving the desserts. Like anything sweet. Like Ramadan, iftar.
Gaymat.
Ooh, gaymat. All that good, the sauce on top.
I can't wait.
Do you know what I love? The
sambusa?
I don't even, Is that even Arab? I don't know.
Sambusa, yeah.
Just these little sambusas with the cheese and sweet corn?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can have anything inside it, really. Like, you can have, like, potato. The cheese is the best, of course.
With the sweet corn or without?
Both. I think it depends on my mood. But the sweet corn does add a bit of a tang to it, you know. Yeah, it's like a surprise.
Yeah.
Biting into sambusa. Like, what do I get today? What's going to be in here today? What do I get today? Yeah.
I bite into it with chicken. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Has that happened?
No, that doesn't happen.
Okay.
So we go to Hussein's family's house.
Okay.
So usually know. So but when we do go to like the iftars in like the Ritz or something, I'm just like, what's in this one? Surprise.
Oh my
Mystery
god.
sambusa.
What has been your like I made it moments?
I don't know. I guess honestly, when you start getting paid for content and people are like, yeah, like what's your rate? And you're like, this is my rate. And they're like, okay. I'm like, oh.
I love that.
Like, you know, because there's one thing getting invited and doing things and making content. But to like for a business to part with money and be like, right, we're actually going to pay you. You're like, okay, I am bringing something to the table
like,
here.
I'm real.
Yeah, really, like it does. It makes a really big difference. So I feel like that, and I guess just like being invited like places and going places and like, you know, people wanting to like fly you to like an event in Dubai. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, I think for me when you said that that you were like invited by Mona, I was like, oh my God, she's made it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like to be on like people like that's radar. Yeah. Like I feel like, wow.
To be noticed.
Yeah.
And appreciate, of course.
Exactly. Like crazy. That's amazing. Yeah. Like, so nice.
Yeah.
So it just makes you feel like I feel like I've there's never like a cap to the I've made it. Like I'm not sitting back and being like, that's it, I've made it.
Yeah.
Because it's a passion for me. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's constantly being creative and like doing stuff. So it's never like done.
Yeah.
There's always something new and
good.
exciting to do.
Yeah, no, I love that. So what's been the best like brain advice that you've heard, received, or given? Was it me? Did I tell you?
I think there's an old I think it's like a Roman, like an old saying. It's like luck is when opportunity meets. Wait, what is it? Is it luck is when opportunity meets? Hold on. Wait 1 second.
Go for it.
I forgot it. Yeah, luck is when. Wait. Luck is when. What is it? But it's really good. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Okay, that's a good one.
So, I think a lot of people, when they get lucky, or they're like, "Oh, you got lucky," it's like, no, to get lucky, the opportunity has to arise, but you need to be prepared for that opportunity.
For that change.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's like someone like Lady Gaga, her whole life, you know, she was singing, she was playing piano, she's preparing for an opportunity, which was the luck.
Yeah.
Or for her to be in A Star Is Born.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Beyonce was originally meant to be in that.
I heard.
So was it lucky that then Beyonce got pregnant and couldn't take the role?
Yeah.
No. In a way, yeah, like she got lucky, but she's been prepared.
Yeah.
She's been practicing. She's been ready.
Yeah.
And then it just happened to Bradley Cooper saw her perform. Saw a performance of her. I was like, that's our character.
I love it. And it fitted her perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was lucky, but she was still prepared.
Yeah.
So like all your life, I think a lot of times people are waiting for this opportunity, but they're not prepared.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be focused and be constantly ready for when that opportunity does come along.
Definitely, I agree.
You know? Yeah. So don't expect opportunities to just arise.
Yeah.
Like do the hard work and do the groundwork. Like I'm 35 now this year. So like maybe I was expecting something in my 20s to happen and it never did. Yeah. I never got the opportunity. Yeah. But when I moved to Bahrain and I was able to have free time, I didn't have to work 5 days a week anymore. I didn't have to get up at 7 a.m. and get on the tube and go to work and come home at 11 p.m. sometimes. God. You know, I was like, right. I have 7 days a week here. I have the opportunity to do my singing and acting and comedy and sketches. Yeah. So I'm taking that opportunity now. Yeah. And luck then does definitely play a role because not everyone gets that that spark that ignites it. But as long as you're doing what makes you happy, I didn't really care like if it took off or not. I was just happy doing what I was doing and being creative.
And speaking of like opportunity and the way you work, like, and especially that you're married, like how does that, like with your schedule and being married, like what do you do and like what advice do you have for people?
Well, I'm very lucky that me and Hussein have a really, you know, beautiful relationship where we're like best friends and we're married. So like he wants me to have all the opportunities that he thinks I deserve. So he never wants to take anything away from me, and I'm the exact same for him. Like I want him to have the best time and the best life. So he never, like, he always said to me, he was like, you're a star and the whole world will know it. Like years ago he said that to me, like before anything ever happened. I know, so yeah. So now when he sees, he's like, I knew this would happen and I'm happy for you. And I just want, like, when I'm happy, like, if you're in a relationship, you want your partner to be happy. Yeah. You know? So you can't limit them. You can't control them or tell them what to do or what not to do. can advise them, you know, you can give them advice if you think maybe something's not good.
I think a lot of people are afraid of that, where they're like, I'm doing something so big, you know what I mean, like me out with the podcast. Obviously, like, inshallah, like, it goes somewhere. That's my dream, you know what I mean? But I'm like, will the man that I have support me in that way?
He will. Because if they love you, they will support you. If you're why would somebody come along and take something away from you that makes you happy? That's not what a friend does. That's not what a partner should do. They want to uplift you and make you feel better and happy. And if I'm not happy, Hussein's not going to be happy. Let's put it that way. Like, when he's down, I'm down. If I'm down, he's down.
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly. So your partner's going to want to uplift you and propel you into happiness. But at the end of the day, for me, Hussein is my priority. So that he will always come first. Like, social media and all this kind of stuff will never ever come between, because when I go to bed at night and I'm closing my eyes and the whole world's dark, without him in my life and like the love that we have, like, it doesn't, none of it really would matter. So it would be an isolating life if I didn't have him. Oh, this is deep. Let's go deep real quick.
So we're gonna go into an intermission and we'll be back with some exciting stuff.
Yalla yalla.
Hey guys, it's Karina. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram and on our TikTok, the link for which will be in our description. Also, don't forget to follow and support Christina on all of her social media platforms. Your support matters so much to us, so please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Bye!
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, so we're back, and never been done before on Common Hour, but we're gonna do like a Q&A rapid fire. So I'm gonna be asking you questions, and you just have to answer. Okay. Go. All right. So, coffee or tea?
Coffee. Oh my god, that's so hard because we love our tea.
We do love our tea.
I can't function without coffee in the morning. Coffee. That wasn't very rapid fire of me. That was so slow. Okay, I'll be better. I'll do better.
Favorite pizza topping?
Cheese. Is that a comment? That's not even a pizza topping, is it? But like, what's pizza without cheese?
No? Oh. So, early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Okay. Beach vacation or mountain getaway?
Ooh, beach vacation.
Favorite superhero?
Wonder Woman.
Who?
Wonder Woman.
Oh, I heard Winter Wonderland. I'm like, who?
Yeah, so there's an amazing superhero in London called Winter Wonderland. And she goes around firing.
So, favorite comedy movie?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love White Chicks.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
I love
But then
White
again,
Chicks.
Jim Carrey, like comedy, anything with Jim Carrey is hilarious too. Liar, Liar, so funny. The Mask.
Oh, great one.
But I guess White Chicks.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
I think. Or Scream or You Scary Movie, those kind of silly ones. I love silly, funny.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Favorite social media platform?
I mean, Instagram, because that's where the bag is. Let's be real.
Favorite book of all time? The book I gave you that you haven't given back.
Book of Shadows. No. Let me think. Oh my god. Favorite book? Probably The Law of Attraction.
Okay. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Ice cream? Ice cream? Ice cream flavor. Oh.
I'm dyslexic, guys, by the way, so when my brain is like...
Bless. Oh my god, favorite ice cream flavor. Oh god, anything caramelly.
Okay. Favorite season?
Oh, summer.
Okay. City or countryside?
Country.
Favorite workout activity?
Pilates.
Good one. Favorite emoji?
Laughing face. All day.
Pen and paper or digital notes?
Pen and paper.
Favorite board game?
Oh my god.
Exploding Kittens?
That's funny. Oh no! What's not really a board game. It's the card game. Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, I love that one.
So funny.
Favorite song to sing during karaoke?
I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys.
Oh,
it's my go-to. It was our wedding song as well.
Right?
Remember? I was coming down the stairs.
I bawled. I was crying.
Yeah.
Favorite childhood cartoon?
Ooh. Childhood cartoon. Think.
Quick. She's zoned out.
Rapid fires, not rapid firing. Oh my god, favorite cartoon.
Ed and Eddie.
Kids, maybe The Simpsons.
Okay, good one.
Yeah.
And favorite way to unwind after a long day.
Karak.
Yeah.
Karak and chill.
Okay, nice.
Karak and chill.
All right. Well, that's all the questions.
Yay!
Is there anything you want to leave the audience with?
Follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. No, I don't think so.
No, just not like catch your dreams.
Get your dreams. No, yeah. What, like a piece of advice?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Marry rich. No, I'm joking.
Oh my
God. No, honestly.
No, honestly.
You know, well. God. I am never serious. I'm always sarcastic. Don't ever take anything. I want people to understand that about me. They think I'm always like, it's always a joke. No. Believe in yourself, even when other people don't believe in you. If you really, really want something and it fills your soul with happiness, then chase it, you know? Like, when I was growing up, I knew I wanted to be a singer or an actor or like doing something like in front of the camera, but it took a lot of different ways to get there. It's not really a straight line. So especially like people in university, like when I was 21, 20, like I knew what I wanted, but I just didn't know how I was going to get there. Mm-hmm. So as long as you believe in yourself, you know, people will advise you and guide you different ways, but keep your voice, the voice that you have in your head, loud, and try not to let other people dissuade you, and find people around you that will raise you up and, you know, believe in you and help you get there. Yeah. I think. I don't know.
No, that was good. I think
whatever.
It's a good thing. Well, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed Christina on Common Hour. We'll be back with amazing content.
Yay!
Bye.
Thank you.
Yay!
We did it.